MC businesses in Grand Theft Auto Online have been around for a long time, but they're still one of the best ways to make money in this game. They're the first business to introduce passive income, which has completely changed the way this game works and made money making so much easier. What's going on, everybody? This is Fanteco with 100% Gaming, and in today's video I'm taking you on a step-to-step guide with my Break to Rich series on how you can make the most money possible with the MC businesses. Now, if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more Grand Theft Auto videos just like this. Now, before we delve pretty deep into this, guys, I want to show you just one thing so you know that there's no bullshit, and that is how much money I have made using these businesses, and it's well into the $100 million. Guys, these businesses are insane. Now, there is a lot of details in this video, so to help you guys out, I've broken it down into 7 different sections. The first one is buying a clubhouse, second, buying a business, 3, supplying your business, 4, upgrading your business, 5, defending your business, 6, selling product from your business, 7, are you sick of hearing me say business yet, and 7.1, profits from the business. Now, before we get into it, guys, seriously, if you're going to start a motorcycle business, you may as well look the part. Come down to any clothing store. I am at Binko right now, and we are taking a look at the biker business outfits. Pick one, anyone you like, and then we're ready to go. Now, the first thing we got to do to start our empire is by buying a AMC clubhouse, so start by heading over to Maid's Bank foreclosure. Now, there are many different options available for you out there. Some of them do look a little bit different, some of them do have a different interior. However, I would recommend either staying in the city or, even better, going out to Sandy Shores. Whatever you do, guys, don't go up to Paleto Bay. It is just a nightmare to go up there to sell your stuff, and the businesses up there aren't even the cheapest. The cheapest businesses, such as the cocaine and the meth lab, we'll talk more about them later, are actually located in the Sandy Shores area. Now, my favourite clubhouse is the one that you can see right now. It's the Great Carapel Clubhouse. What I really like about it is it's a gas station. It just seems really authentic. But once you've picked it, guys, you want to go ahead and buy it. Here you can pick a mural. These do change the cost of how much it's going to pay for. The style, you know, that also changes how much it costs, but it can change what it looks like. You've got the club emblem, the club name, and finally you can buy a gun lock if you don't already have one. Finally, guys, the custom bike shop, it is not required, but it is awesome as you can customize your motorbikes there. Now, if you are fussy like me and you just want the coolest MC business that you can get your hands on, I do recommend actually driving around to all of them and looking at the building yourself and see which one you like. But keeping in mind that location is key, as it makes selling all your product so much easier. Now, once you've actually selected which business you want to buy and you have purchased it, you will get a message from LJT and you will be able to come down to your new MC clubhouse. Now, once you've entered your MC clubhouse, there are so many activities that we can do. Get smashed with the free drinks at the bar. Challenge some friends to some darts. Sit down and relax. Come to this wall and take a look at the stats, such as your favorite bike and how much money you've made from the MC contracts. Complete MC contract missions. Appreciate that tasty mural that you picked. Take a little perv on all of the bikes that you own and have customized. Ooh, yeah. Make sure that you give Crystal a little call as well. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. And finally, the most important thing, buying your first MC business. Go over to the computer, access the open road, and get ready to get started. Now, once you open the Open Road website, you're going to have to buy a business. As you can see, there is a whole lot of businesses available for you to buy. First is forgeries. These businesses allow you to forge documents. Got the weed factory, where you grow your very own cannabis. Counterfeit cash, where you create your own money and then sell it. Methamphetamine, well, I'm sure you know what that is. And finally, the most profitable cocaine lockups. Now, when you go to set up a business, there are 4 different options you can choose from. Right now, you only see 3 because I currently already own one. We're looking at the cocaine lockup, and as you can see, there are different pricing for every single one. The only thing that changes, guys, is the exterior, and the location is on the map. The interior does not change in any way, shape, or form, regardless of how much they might cost. Essentially, you're just paying more money for a different location. Now, when buying a business and you want to know exactly where it is located on the map, simply click on it and then you'll have the option to view the map, and it will show you on the map where it is located. Pretty simple. This will help you out significantly, as it will allow you to try and get the businesses that are closest to each other in the area that you want. Now, I believe the best businesses that you can buy are in the Sandy Shores and the Grand Sonora Desert area. As you can see, I've got the cocaine lockup, the meth lab, and the counterfeit cash factory, all in a close proximity. This really helps, as when you're trying to resupply them, every business is only 30 seconds away, so it makes this really, really quick. And the weed and document forgery office are a little bit further away, but they're still within a decent driving distance. So now you're aware that there are 5 different businesses that we can buy with the MC Clubhouse. Let's take an in-depth look at every single one, see how much they cost to set up, see how much all of the upgrades are, which we'll talk about later, and in the end, see how much money these things are going to make for you, so you can decide on which ones you want to buy first. Starting us off, we have the cocaine lockup, and the cheapest one that we can buy is at Alamosi for $975,000. The most expensive one is $1,852,000, located in Morningwood. Unfortunately, our expenses don't finish there, because we do actually need to buy some upgrades for our warehouses. More about them later, but essentially they're just going to churn out more money for us. To fully upgrade the cocaine lockup, we are going to need $1,895,000. Now, the good news is we're going to be making $72,750 every single hour after the business is set up. This means after 39.45 hours, this business is paid off, and from there it's all about profits. Next up, we have the methamphetamine lab, where prices range from $910,000 all the way up to $1,729,000. Of course, the cheapest one is in the Grand Sonora Desert. All the upgrades are going to cost us $1,944,000, and our profits per hour is a little over $50,000. Meaning we are going to have this business paid off after 56.5 hours of gameplay. Up next, we have the counterfeit cash factory. Here at the Grand Sonora Desert, we can buy it for $845,000, or the most expensive option in Vespucci Kennels goes all the way up to $1,505,000. All of the upgrades are going to cost us $1,609,000, and our profit per hour after all the upgrades is going to be $47,652. Meaning this business is going to pay itself off in 51.53 hours. Now, the 4th business we're looking at today is the weed farm, and they are slowly going down in price. At the San Trusky Mountain Range, we can buy a weed factory for $715,000. At downtown Vinewood, $1,358,000. After we purchase all the upgrades, it's going to be $1,576,000, and our profit per hour is $41,250 an hour. Meaning it's going to take us 55.55 hours to earn our money back. And finally, we've made it all the way to the document forgery. Now, you can buy one of these at Grape Seed for $650,000, or you can buy one in Textile City for $1,235,000. Again, the one in Grapeseed is the cheapest. Now, if we buy all of the upgrades, it's going to cost us a little over $1 million at $1,330,000, and our profit per hour is $38,250. And to make all of our money back, we're going to take 43.9 hours to do so. Now, that was a little bit of information right there, but I hope that I've made it clear to you on which business you want to buy first. Obviously, the cocaine is the best, followed by the meth, followed by the cash, followed by the weed, followed by the document forgery. It's up to you in which order you wish to purchase them. I actually suggest buying the most expensive one first, the cocaine, as you're going to make that money back quicker than you would the other one. So you can set up the cocaine, you start getting your money back with that, more than you would with, say, counterfeit cash. So that way you can set up your counterfeit cash business quicker than you would if you did it the other way around. Now I do have to say a massive thank you to a character called Epiloto on Reddit. This document spreadsheet was created by him, so all credit goes to them. In the description I'll put a link of the full document so you can check it out yourself. After you have picked which business you want to buy, go ahead, jump on that laptop, go to the open road and pick out that business. Once you've bought it, LJT will give you a call and notify you that you have bought this business. Head over there, and once you get there, you will get a little cutscene explaining how everything works, and your business will look like mine right here. Just basically dead, nothing going on. Now my business is already set up, but you will have the option to go and get some supplies. It's a really easy mission. All you have to do is drive somewhere and collect a van. Once you're done with that, unfortunately you are going to have to wait a couple of minutes for your staff to arrive. This really doesn't take too long, and honestly, you can just keep learning the ropes of the MC business while you wait. After our staff have arrived, it's time to go back to the business and check on it and see what is happening. Now you will notice that you should have 5 supplies. Unlike me, I only have 2. It's okay, don't worry about that. Over time, the game is going to turn these supplies into product, and once it's product, then we can sell it. Now as the supplies go down, eventually you are going to need to resupply your business, and you can do this in 2 different ways. The first way is actually by starting a resupply mission, and the second is by buying the supplies. First, let's talk about doing a resupply mission. Now in order to steal the supplies, simply head over to the laptop in whatever business you want, go to resupply and select steal supplies. It will kick you out of the business. You will get a call from LJT, which will prompt you to go to an area on the map. These do always change. Now unfortunately, because there are just so many different resupply missions, I can't show you how to complete them all. Just be aware that you're always going to have to go somewhere on the map, and you're going to have to fight some form of NPC. Now this mission that I'm doing here is actually one of the cooler ones. We have to come down to Tequila, which is actually really fucking hard to say, and we have to start a brawl with the lost MC members. Now you are outnumbered here, and you can only use your fists. Sometimes they'll come up with your pure kills and broken bottles, so it's a little bit of an unfair advantage. But just beat them up, and eventually one of them will drop the supplies. Pick up the supplies and just run out of there. Don't worry about taking them all out. Now when doing these resupply missions, I always suggest you do it with multiple people if you have the chance. Now the reason for this is this mission took me about 15 minutes to complete. It took me about 5 minutes to drive down to this location, the bar Tequila. Then it took me about 5 minutes to actually get the supplies. Then it took me about 5 minutes to actually go back and deliver them. So this mission took me 15 minutes. For that effort, I only picked up 1 parcel, which gave me 1 bar of supplies. That means I have to do this mission 5 times just to fill up all of the supplies in my weed factory. Now obviously this is not very time efficient at all. And say for this particular mission, if I had 4 friends, there would have been 4 supplies that would have dropped, meaning I would have got 4 bars of supplies for the exact same amount of effort. Now some missions actually do change. Sometimes you might have to steal a van or a car, and generally these hold more supplies in them. So this might hold 2 supplies, maybe even 3. So if you have a bunch of friends, you can do 1 mission and completely fill up your supplies. But if that's not an option, you are going to have to do them by yourself. Now after you have picked up your supplies, make sure that you get in a quick vehicle and drive back to your warehouse as quick as you can, because NPCs will spawn to try and take you out. Also, it will give other players a prompt to come and steal your supplies, which of course we do not want. Once we have delivered these supplies, which you can see right now, it's going to say that we have successfully resupplied. It's going to put the supplies back into your business, and it's going to straight away start making product for you. Now, if you still need more supplies, go back to your laptop, start another resupply mission, and do it all over again. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the second way to resupply our business. And this way, all we have to do is simply buy the supplies. Now this way is really easy to do. All you do is walk up to the laptop in your business and select resupply and select buy the supplies. There's no missions, there's nothing extra to do. All you have to do is wait a couple of minutes for the supplies to arrive at your desired warehouse. After your supplies have been delivered at the location that you bought them, LJT will send you a message letting you know that this is complete. It does take about 5 to 10 minutes for these supplies to deliver, so just keep that in mind. There's absolutely no point in buying the supplies and then right away starting a mission outside of the lobby, because the product is just not going to start being made. Now you can complete missions inside of the free roam environment. For example, you can start a VIP or a CEO work such as Sightseer or Headhunter, and once that is done you will get a message from LJT letting you know that the supplies have arrived. You don't actually have to be part of an MC club when you're waiting for your supplies to arrive. Now some are going to argue that you save more money by resupplying rather than buying the supplies. Yes, this is technically true, but also it's very, very wrong. Let's take the mission where I had to go to Tequila La as an example. To fully supply my warehouse, I would have had to do that mission 5 times by myself. It took me 15 minutes to complete that mission, so this would have taken me 1 hour and 15 minutes to fully resupply my business. That is just insane. Instead, how about going ahead and doing one import-export mission and selling your vehicle? You do that once and you make $80,000 for, probably less than 15 minutes work. So yes, you are true, you do save money, but you are just shooting yourself in the foot. Now that we are comfortable with resupplying our business, let's take a little look at how to upgrade them. To upgrade your supplies, make sure you go to the computer where you resupply, but instead of resupplying, click on the Buy Upgrades tabs. Here you're going to find 3 different versions. You've got the equipment upgrade, the staff upgrade, and finally the security upgrade. Now the prices of these will change depending on which business you're looking at, but right now we are looking at the counterfeit cash factory. First off, we have the equipment upgrade for $880,000. Purchase this upgrade to install higher quality equipment. This will speed up your production rate, improve the overall value of your product, and allow your supplies to stretch further. The equipment upgrade is a must buy because it makes turning supplies into product quicker, it increases how much they sell for, and finally it means that you need less supplies to make more product. Up next, we're taking a look at the staff upgrade. This costs $273,000. Purchase this upgrade to hire more staff. This will speed up your production rate and improve the overall value of the product. So this is another must-buy upgrade. It's up to you which one of these you want to buy first. Might depend on how much money you have. It's basically the same as the equipment upgrade, but it's a little bit worse because it doesn't make the supplies last longer. The last upgrade that we can purchase is the security upgrade, and it costs us $456,000. Purchase this upgrade to install security personnel and surveillance equipment. This will reduce the likelihood of being raided by the cops or attacked by enemies. Now the security upgrade is the last one you want to buy because it doesn't give you any extra value for your money. All it does is reduce the likelihood of being raided, but it doesn't completely mitigate it. Now let's take a look at what the counterfeit cash factory looks like with the equipment upgrade. So as you can see, after you buy the upgrade, it does put you to a black screen. It'll load you back in, and as you can see, there are some nice upgrades in your factory. We've got some more washing machines, and we've got this machine here that rolls and prints out the money. The staff upgrade makes your business feel a little bit more alive with more NPCs walking around doing their jobs. You can't interact with them, but you can actually watch what they do. They do have actions, different sequences which they do. Finally, we have the security upgrade, which adds a bodyguard to the front of our business, and it also adds some computers and some cameras to the left side wall there, as you can see right in front of me now. You can actually sit at the desk here and look at the security cameras if you like. So there I was, just chilling in the free mode, and LJT gave me a call to let me know that my business was under attack. He let me know that someone was talking to the police and I had to go and silence them. I decided instantly to get on my oppressor to make this mission so much easier, because if you die during one of these missions, you completely fail it and you lose all of your product, so keep that in mind. I really recommend you guys using an oppressor or a buzzard or something like a armored vehicle. It really makes these missions a little less scary, but it doesn't stop the annoyance of how you just want to be doing something else and then out of the blue your business gets attacked. It is quite a pain in the butt. For this mission, I had to destroy the guy that was testimonying, I had to get his testimony, I had to lose the police, and finally all I had to do was fly back to the business that was being attacked. And there, my business is defended. Now, I made it look pretty easy, I know, but really it's not too difficult if you know what you're doing. There are a few different missions and we're going to be going over them now. The first one is this one which you saw here, where you had to get the testimony from the person who is testifying. The next mission is the police will just straight up raid one of your drug businesses. Here you have to go to the business, you have to defeat the cops. They do have a helicopter, so look out for that. And once you're done, you have to go retrieve your workers from a armored police van. It's a little bit tricky, this one, so take care. The final mission is other gangs will try and steal your supplies. Not other players, but computers instead. Sometimes the Lost MC or sometimes the O'Neill brothers will go to one of your businesses, steal the supplies, and then go and try and sell them. You have to be really quick with this one because over time your supplies will slowly dwindle down, so you want to make sure you can get to that sale point really, really fast to lose the less amount of product. Now, the one thing that's different here is if you are doing the mission where the police are invading your business and you fail this mission, you actually lose all of your product and all of your supplies, so you do have to start from scratch again. Now, the best way, besides the security upgrade to stop yourself being raided, is definitely just do not be in a motorcycle club. Guys, if you are running your motorcycle club, then you'll get raided. If you're not in your motorcycle club, when you're just driving around in free mode, you will never get raided. The missions won't trigger. So guys, my recommendation is when resupplying all of your businesses, when driving from one location to the other, guys, just ban your motorcycle club. It is a little bit annoying. Just ban it before you step outside, because I've had it so many times where I literally step out the door, one of my businesses get raided. It is a pain in the butt. Finally, we've made it to the end of the video where we can actually sell our product that we've made. Now, if you're a solo player, I recommend selling every 2.5 bars. If you sell after that, the vehicles are going to start stacking up and it really makes these missions a lot harder. So if you have under 2.5 bars, most of the time you're only going to get 1 or 2 vehicles. This is really important because the missions are timed, and if you time out, you only get credit for the things that you have actually already sold. If you're playing with a group of 3 or 4 friends, definitely go ahead and sell your businesses with the full range of product. That way you make the most amount of money. You only have to do one sell mission and each of you can drive a different car or vehicle or truck or motorcycle. Whatever pops up, you're going to be fine. Now, when selling your product, you always want to sell it to the further away location. This way, you're going to be making more money. As you can see here, when I come to sell stock, we can either sell it for $280,000 or $420,000. Obviously, we want to sell it for the more amount of money. It does make the sell mission a little bit harder. It does mean you have to go to more locations or further away locations on the map, but it is definitely well worth it. Now, even though you are selling the stock, it's always the same premises. Basically, you want to get into a vehicle and you want to deliver it to point A and point B, etc., etc. However, these missions can actually change quite drastically. So let's take a little look at the different missions that we can get while selling our product. Up first, we have these aeroplanes which can go on land, sea, and of course air. They are an amphibious vehicle. Basically, you want to jump in it, you want to fly onto the water there, and then you want to take off. This mission is pretty easy, but you do want to actually stay low, otherwise the police can detect you, and then you have to lose the police before you can sell any more products. So it is a little bit annoying, but it's not too hard. Now, though you do have to fly low, just keep in mind that you don't actually have to fly into other things. I mean, you can go above PowerPoints, stuff like that. You really don't need to hug the ground so much. The aeroplane will start beeping when you go a little bit too high, so look, you have plenty of notice, so you don't need to worry about it. There are 5 different deliveries for every single dodo. Simply just go over to the smoky cloud here. It is located on your minimap. As you can see there, you press right on the D-pad and that is delivered. You have to do that 4 more times. So if you fly too low, this is exactly what happens. As you can see here, my friend has actually crashed into a building or a bridge or something. I'm not too sure what he crashed into, but the mission ended. I had successfully sold 11 out of 15 deliveries. This is what happens after you finish the mission. It comes up with a big sold sign, tells you how many you sold. Hopefully, you can sell more than what I did. So the next mission we have is where we need to drive a truck. Now this one is at the weed factory, so the driver of the truck has decided to smoke some of the weed. He can't drive, so we actually have to drive the truck instead for him. Now this mission is really fun and it is, look, a little bit hard. Once you're high on the weed, your truck decides to drive wherever the hell it wants. It's really hard to control, so just keep that in mind. Now the next delivery mission that you can get is the ones with the boats. Here you need to drive to the boat location, jump in it, and there's 5 locations to sell at. Thankfully they're all sort of in a straight line, so you go to the first one, then you move on to the second one, etc, etc. It really is, it's basically in a straight line. However, there is a really cool delivery bonus attached to this type of sell mission. So for this particular mission, you have a checkpoint time of 45 seconds, and every time you hit a checkpoint, that time does reset. And if you can make those checkpoint times, you get a delivery bonus of $3,000. If you're a little bit slow on the checkpoint time, it doesn't matter, you lose a little bit of that delivery bonus, you don't lose all of it, but it is an incentive to do it really quick, and who doesn't like doing your sell missions as quick as you can? The next type of delivery missions are ones where you get in the trash master dump trucks. They're a little bit boring, they're not the fastest vehicle, but if you actually have a friend that's not doing anything, put them in a big car, like something that's really bulky, something that's quick, and get behind them and give you a little boost so you can go so much quicker. Rocket cars actually work pretty well with this as well. All you need to do is go to the 5 checkpoints on the map, drive up to the marker, press right on your D-pad, and the stock is delivered. Alright, so for some reason, someone at Rockstar decided it would be a good idea to make us drive these post-op vans to deliver out drugs. And let me tell you, this person is such an annoyance. When starting any of these missions, I always recommend that you check the map to find the locations so you can think about the best route for you to go, so you're not taking extra time doing these sell missions. Now, a lot of people don't even do this post-op mission, and I also would not recommend doing it. It takes so much time, even if you have 3 people with 3 different vans. These things are so slow, it's insane. Especially trying to go up through the Vinewood Hills and stuff, it takes forever. Instead, guys, if you get this mission, seriously, just find another session. Just press escape, go online, find a new session. It's going to be so much quicker in the long run. Now, you do lose a little bit of product, about half a bar, but for me, the trade-off is so worth it. If you do decide to go ahead with these post-op vans, there are 5 different locations. All you need to do is drive to each location. Here you can see right now I have to jump out, I have to go to the front door, and I have to deliver the parcel. This just takes so much time, it's not funny. Up next we have the different helicopters. Now this one is basically the same as the seaplanes. All you have to do is fly around the map and deliver to the 5 locations designated on the map. It's really simple. Now there are 2 other missions left that we can actually do, but unfortunately I didn't get any footage of them, and they both consist of using motorbikes. If you have full products, you're going to have 4 motorbikes, and for the first one you just have to drive them all to 4 separate locations, drive them into a van, and the mission's done. It's really, really easy. The second one is a little bit more hard, it's a little bit more tricky. You will have to drive to a central location somewhere around the city, but then you're going to actually find out that it's a setup and there's undercover cops all over the place. So, you've got to be prepared for that so you don't just get shot down. Everyone on your team will get police on you. Simply just call Leicester, remove those police, and then drive to the second location that the game gives you. Now be aware that when you start one of these missions, it will let everyone know in your session that you are selling your product. Trust me guys, people will come after you for no reason and they will destroy your product. They get basically nothing for it. They're just griefers. They just don't want you to make money or something stupid. I don't know. Take my word for it, don't risk it, guys. The last thing you want is an oppressor flying out of nowhere and taking out all of your hard-earned product. Now, if you do start a sale mission and you do find that someone is coming after your stuff, guys, just simply leave the session. You're only going to lose a portion of all of your product. You're going to save a lot more than what you would have lost if they just came and blown it up. So we've learned how to set up our MC businesses, gather supplies, sell them, and all that good stuff. But let's take a little moment to see if we have all of the upgrades, if all our product is full, how much money we're going to make from these businesses. Now, I like to resupply my businesses every 2.5 hours. They're not all going to be finished. Some of them will be done, some of them won't. They all have different timers, but I find a 2.5 hour timer to really suit my needs. So after resupplying your business twice, these are the figures that you're going to be looking at. We can sell a full cocaine lockup for $420,000. Methamphetamine lab for $357,000. Counterfeit cash for $294,000. Weed farm for $252,000. And finally, the document forgery for $126,000. Now, when we add them all together, it comes to a huge total of $1,449,000 for 5 hours work. That's 250 grand per hour for doing absolutely nothing. Now I think you can see how much money you can truly make with this biker business. Simply, you buy the supplies, you go off, you do other missions, you do some import, export, you do a heist with some friends. It really all depends on what you want to do. But every 2.5 hours, you either come back and resupply, or you go over and you sell all of your product. Guys, this is key to making heaps of money in GTA Online. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode in the Broke to Rich series. Now guys, if you have enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Guys, I've put so many hours into this video. I'd really appreciate all of your support. Anyway gamers, I'll see you on Grand Theft Auto Online.